Would have the thinking skills school improving academic and behavior in the different subjects and the most in your second semester high school, in your family or with your friends or in your dating or problems in the community and society help me?
Just put your arms around me, tell me everything's
Learning about thinking skills has helped me to be more critical and stand better the advices of other persons and don't judge the person who is telling it to me for my own good. It helps me to be more critical when choosing a team and not letting me guide myself for what the others say about someone. What is a fallacy? A fallacy is an invalid or incorrect reasoning with the appearance of being correct. Miguel says that Juan is a horrible classmate and isn't good at math. He says you shouldn't talk to him. Miguel? He's always getting into fights. He always is in a bad mood. And he exaggerates everything. The thinking skills also help us to recognize, for example, when someone is trying to be aggressive or make us do something by the force, basing themselves in their authority. The thinking skills help us to recognize those situations and have a solution to them. For example, if you don't wear your seatbelt, police will find you. Therefore, if you see a cop around, use your seatbelt to avoid being fined, and not for security reasons involving wearing the seatbelt. This means that you have to wear your seatbelt for your own security, and not because there is a cop around. Not because you are afraid about what he can do to you. It's because it's for your own good. This helps me, the thinking skills helps me to recognize when I have to be responsible of myself and not because I am afraid about the consequences. What is syllogism? Argument based on deductive reasoning to reach a conclusion from two statements called premises. For example, detail a story. What most believe is true. For then, my conclusion is, if everyone believes, it's true. For example, this in life could imply that we let ourselves guide for the actions that other persons do. And that's not good at all because we have to be concrete in what we think and have our own ideas. Another example could be, love is blind. God is all love. So, our conclusion is, God is blind. The syllogism helps me to understand, for example, in certain causes in our life, when we get to a problem, to find out the solution with all the elements that we have until there, and to be critical with what we have. What is an analogy? It is an argument to establish relationship between several reasons or concepts, or objects or experiences, appreciating and noting general characteristics and individuals, generating reasoning and conducts based on the experience or similarities between them. Soft is to clean as dust is to dirt. Sleep is the same as to rest, as sample is the same as an example. What are two types of intellectual skills that need to be developed? Something that I need to develop is my intellectual empathy. For example, by being in a classroom with a lot of classmates that we don't all the time agree. So, for example, I could put myself into their shoes and analyze their ideas, and by that way I will learn to respect my classmates and also be empathic with them. I also need to develop my intellectual courage. For example, to don't get disappointed when a teacher tells me, this work is wrong. all the other way. I have to learn to, by my mistakes, learn to do the things right at a time. For example, if I'm doing an exam and I failed the exam, I have to learn that if I fail, it's because I didn't understand something in class. So by the way, I have to go to asesorías. With this activity, I learned that there are certain intellectual skills that I have to develop, and I have to learn that not always I'm going to be right. For example, sometimes I can make things because I'm afraid of something, or because I think that I can have something else to do instead of what I am doing. So I have to learn that being empathic with others helps me to also be respectful with them sometimes. I would like to learn how to understand other people, because sometimes I find difficult to understand their arguments or what they are saying, and find it stupid sometimes. I will try to get to learn this by asking the people I will like to learn this by asking other people what are they thinking, or what is their reflection about this, or what are they being in that mood with me, or why do they have that attitude. Being honest will be one of my basic rules to learn this. Towards me, towards others. Learning about thinking skills has helped me to be more critical and stand better others' person's comments and advices. Also helps me to understand when an argument is clear, has relevance, and is accurate. For example, if I'm in a debate, I have to be clear and accurate, and as other things, and find that this will help me in my academic career.